At one point in time, my family and I were looking for a new dog, and for fun we decided to go to Petland. We went knowing that their dogs came from puppy mills, but we just decided to go take a look anyways. When we got there, my mother fell in love with a female Wheaten Terrier, so we asked if we could play with her in one of those boxes. We were sitting in the box, and they brought out this absolutely adorable Wheaten Terrier. She was so beautiful, and we all at once fell in love with her. As we were playing with her, they showed us a short video about their sales policy, which included that the dog itself was $2,000, and if that isn't enough, as well as that it also included the fact that if the dog we had purchased from them died in a certain amount of time, they would replace it with a new dog. In no way is that even humane. They basically just gave your newly loved pet a warranty because they give the dog to you knowing that they won't have a long lifespan because they're from puppy mills. And I don't think anyone humane would be able to just replace their newly beloved best friend, who they had only had for about 4 months, with a new dog. A puppy mill is a mass breeding facility that produces puppies for sale. The American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, or the ASPCA, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to preventing animal cruelty. According to a recent California study, 48% of puppies being sold in pet stores were ill or incubating an illness at the time of purchase. That is a lot of the dog population that is currently sick because of these puppy mills. Every year in America, it's estimated that 2.11 million puppies are sold that originated from puppy mills, while 3 million are killed in shelters because they are too full and there aren't enough adoptive homes to send them to. A federal law called the Animal Welfare Act that was passed in 1966 regulates certain animals' activities, including commercial cat and dog breeding. It requires that certain commercial breeders be licensed and routinely inspected by the United States Department of Agriculture, or the USDA. However, the standards are far from what most people consider to be humane. For example, dogs in federally licensed breeding facilities can legally be kept in cages that are only 6 inches wider than the dog itself, leaving them no room to even turn around for their entire lives. So obviously, the Animal Welfare Act isn't always necessarily followed. There are also many holes in the act itself. This goes to show that we as a country need to step up and speak for those who can't. Female dogs kept in puppy mills for their entire lives are called brood bitches. They are typically undernourished and receive very little veterinary care. In spite of being kept perpetually pregnant, their puppies are frequently taken from them before being weaned. As a result, some puppies do now know how to eat and thus do not know how to eat and thus die of starvation. At approximately 6 or 7 years of age, when they can no longer breed more puppies, brood bitches are killed. That is a horrible way to keep a living creature. Along with the mothers being sick, it generally gets passed on to her genetically gets passed on to her puppies, making all puppy mill dogs have poor health, which is when people decide they can't take care of their dog anymore because of vet bills. So they either abandon the dog on the side of the road, bring it to the pound or the local humane society, or kill it. Puppy mills are horrendous dog breeders where the animals are kept in horrifying conditions to only then be sent to your local pet store such as Petland, Furry Babies, or Happiness as Puppies. At 4 to 6 weeks of age, puppies are taken from their mothers and sold to brokers. The brokers then pack them in crates and transport them for sale at various pet shops. Frequently, the puppies are not provided with food, water, ventilation, or shelter during transport. Consequently, many die en route. Those that are not sold will be killed, brought back to the mills to be bred, or sold to laboratories for research. These dogs are kept in such conditions that it is impossible for the dogs to not be sick or ill. The 2008 Farm Bill prohibits the importation of puppies under 6 months of age for the purpose of resale. With the evolution of internet commerce, puppy mills have sprouted up all over the world to provide poorly bred puppies of every imaginable breed and designer mixed breeds directly to the consumer. The ASPCA and other animal welfare groups successfully fought to the amendment to the 2008 Farm Bill. So now it's our turn. If you're planning on getting a dog, don't buy it, adopt it from your local humane society. And think about it this way. Would you buy a child? No. What's the difference? Speak up for those who can't.